Let's bring in former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins. Doug, good morning to you. So the reporting is that the list is down to 2 candidates. So who does she pick, and how does that impact the election?
Well, good morning, Carly. Look, I think she's got 2 picks here. One is a political pick. One is I think more of a gravitas strategy pick. And hear me out here. The political pick right now is Shapiro in Pennsylvania. He brings Pennsylvania into play. He, and brings, not to a win, but at least it brings it more competitive. He brings the electoral victory there. He is a vibrant speaker. He's been used to the circuit. He can do those kind of things as the attack dog that typically the vice president pick is fixed to do. But just this whole show started off with a very real and tragic situation we're dealing with in the Middle East right now. And Tim Walz is a governor as well, who also brings military experience with him. So I think you're going to look at, he's not as exciting probably as a campaigner as Shapiro, but it would bring a different aspect. Both are trying to fill a gap that Harris does not have, and that is executive experience, but also a seriousness that many times is not there. So again, this is a tight race. This is an interesting pick for her. The question will be, will she go the political route, or will she go with a more I say conventional, safer route in light of world circumstances?
Yeah, and you're right. If she picks Josh Shapiro, the progressives, the pro-Palestinian progressives in her party are not going to like that because of his support of Israel and the fact that he's a Jewish man, which is awful. And on the other side, we're hearing that Sherrod Brown might not be attending the DNC. John Tester isn't as well. Senators that are in really shaky territory and swing states. So do you think that this honeymoon period for Kamala Harris is over?
Unfortunately not. You got about another 2 weeks of it, and it'll start today when she announces her vice presidential pick. That'll be the lifeblood of the mainstream media's engine for the next week before the convention starts next week, and then you'll have the convention. Really after September, I think, is when this settles out. Remember, this has been a big deal since they kicked Joe Biden out of the race. For the Democrat elites, the mainstream media, the New York Times, and all the main networks, they've been so pushing that this was a good thing that they had to build Vice President Harris up. That'll start to seep out after the convention next week, and we'll get back to the realities of immigration, inflation, economy, and this serious situation where they have empowered Iran to be back on top as bully of the world.
Yeah, well, there is also this clip that's getting a lot of attention today. It's something that Kamala Harris said in 2017 about where she stood at the time when it comes to politics. Listen to this.
We have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke.
So now, Doug, she's maybe less woke because she's done a 180 on many of her policy positions, hasn't done a sit-down interview to explain why. Do you think the media is going to let her get away with that?
For a little bit while longer, they will. Look, there's not been this many flip-flops on policy positions since John Kerry ran in 2004. Let's just be honest. Bring the flip-flops back out here. But this is about policy, not about her. It's about policy. What does she want to portray to the American people? Is she that same person who believed in defunding the police, all these progressive ideas, the pro-Hamas side of their party? Or is she now, because of this election, moderated those views on fracking and energy and other things? I think that's where this VP pick comes into play. But we've got to stay focused here on the fact that these kind of clips only show what I believe she truly believes and how they're going to have to balance that with inside their party. It's going to be a tough choice for them as they go forward, but she has got to answer for the last 3.5 years of the Biden-Harris administration.
Yeah, and that brings me perfectly to this next topic that we want to talk to you about. One of the biggest revelations when it comes to our southern border was revealed yesterday. We already knew that over 250 people on the FBI's terror watch list were caught at our southern border over the past 3 years under President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. But yesterday we learned for the very first time that 99 illegal immigrants on that terror watch list were released into the country, and another 34 are still in DHS custody. What possible explanation from the Department of Homeland Security could there be for releasing these people into our country?
Is there any more reason now to keep Secretary Mayorkas on? I mean, think about this: the Secret Service failure, the immigration failure, everything, and nobody even talks about him anymore because he's just irrelevant because he's just opened up our borders at the direction of the Biden-Harris administration. This is concerning. I don't care what your feelings are about immigration, migration. No one thinks that our border ought to be open. They shouldn't anyway. They shouldn't believe that drugs should be freely flowing over. But can we at least draw the line on terrorists, folks who are on a watch list, who want to help to destroy our country internally, possibly through terrorist attacks or other things? Is it at least possible we can get Democrats and those who believe open borders seem to be a good thing to at least agree that that's not a good thing? I don't know. This is very concerning, and especially somebody who's dealt a lot in the border. The folks at the border, our Border Patrol agents, are overwhelmed because everybody knows they can just walk across. And this shows what an open border policy is. It makes every person in the continental United States unsafe.
Yeah. And Alejandro Mayorkas said during a House hearing last year that DHS does not release people on the terror watch list into our country. So it looks like Kamala Harris isn't the only one doing 180s, but this one is deadly serious, and he should face some serious questioning when it comes to this topic. Doug, thank you so much.
Carly, it's always good to be with you. Take care.
You too.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.